Yay, it's time for another video. Yippee! I hope everyone's doing wonderful this week. And I just decided really quick to touch on a couple of subjects that I've touched on in the past, but add on to them. One of the things is people came up to me and asked, well, isn't there anything you liked about the Grammys? Well, I did mention a few things that I did like, performances and such. Women celebrities that gave empowerment. There wasn't too many, but I will put out the kudos to Lizzo. What a classy woman. What a classy lady she is. She's an inspiration to women of all ages, shapes and sizes. Be proud of who you are is her message. And I just love her, and thank goodness for her. I really, really liked her. Her gowns are beautiful. Didn't have to show her half of her tatas just to make a point. Just a real classy, classy lady. And my kudos go out to Lizzo. What a wonderful celebrity and a woman to have in the women's corner to show empowerment and not body shame. That is what I like about her. She is wonderful. Okay, enough of that. I thought I'd touch on a couple of things more that I've thought was interesting about my new hometown. It's not my hometown, but it is my adopted hometown, which is Oregon. Talk about a foodie capital. I think Oregon is it, hands down. Some of the things. Oh, let's see here. Well, let's just touch on the first one. Hazelnuts. Everyone loves hazelnuts. Filberts, as some of them called. And did you know that Oregon supplies the nation with their hazelnuts and filberts? There's about we do about 99%. How about that? And you're welcome, USA. I mean, how many people want their hazelnut coffee, you know, and anything else that's sprinkled with hazelnuts? Yeah, so you're welcome for that. What's another thing that Oregon supplies most of the nation with? And I would say that that would be our wonderful, wonderful berries, whether they be blueberries or blackberries or marionberries. And if you don't know what a marionberry is, it's a cross cultivated here at the Oregon State University. And yeah, it's named for Marion, which is the county where Salem is in. And yeah, so you're welcome again for that as well. Of course, we're known for our cheeses too. Isn't that bizarre? Yes, we are. How many of you know about Tillamook? I think most of you do. And they have a tasting place where you can go in Tillamook and taste all the cheeses. One of my favorite cheeses, though, is Face Rock. Face Rock is in Bandon, Oregon, and they do also have a tasting room there, too. And, oh, boy, do I like cheese, yes. And then, of course, there's Rogue Valley, which is actually has won national awards for the blue cheese, yes. You're welcome again. We've already talked about coffee. I know we have. There's a coffee kiosk. Doesn't have to be a Starbucks or Dutch Brothers, but it seems like there's one on every corner. However, what is also on every corner now in Oregon, sometimes they're across the street from each other too, it's just, is marijuana dispensaries. They're everywhere. You can walk to one. You don't have to go very far, at least not in Springfield and Eugene. However, there are cities that decided in Oregon that they don't want the dispensaries. Well, boo-hoo on them, and I don't care. Just come on over to Springfield and Eugene. You won't lack of that at all. All right, what else does Oregon have about foodies? Back to foodies. It's is actually, how funny, donuts. But let's just talk about Voodoo Donuts. You cannot visit or have guests visit Oregon without going to a Voodoo Donut. Look it up on the internet. They are bizarre. They are very different. And there's only 2 places, I think, you can get them. One is in Eugene, and of course the original Voodoo Donut, which is in Portland. Just looking them up, they're just the most bizarre donuts you'll ever see, and they're absolutely delicious as well. And they're open usually 24 hours. I don't know right now with excuse me, COVID, but like I said, if you have a visitor come to Oregon, you're stupid if you don't take them to a Voodoo Donut. That's one of the best places to go. What else is for a foodie is Oregon popular with? Aha! My favorite, mushrooms. Yes, and we have a big mushroom hunting community here, and these mushroom hunters are kind of like how secretive the marijuana growers used to be in California. You know, they had their little secrets, and well, they don't give away their secrets either, where they find the best mushrooms. And I'm a big mushroomy. Oh my God, do I love mushrooms. And I'm not just talking about one type of mushroom. I mean everything from chanterelles. If you've never had chanterelle, boo-hoo, you are really missing out on a good mushroom. Hedgehogs, morels, matsutakis, I think is how delicious. Cauliflower mushrooms, parasols, and oh my God, there's usually a festival out here where every single course, including dessert, is made with mushrooms. I can't get enough of mushrooms, and I'm so glad I'm here. This is where the mushrooms are, mostly. Oh, and truffles too, and our truffles are been compared to the truffles in France. They're that good. Yeah, and they're very expensive as well. Salmon we talked about. I'm not a fish eater, but I do like smoked salmon. Sorry. That's about it, though. And the last thing is shellfish. Yeah, I know, Maine, they just love their lobster, and I do love lobster. It's very good, but there's nothing that beats a Dungeness crab. Oh, my God. Nothing. And you can get them fresh everywhere, or you can go and catch your own. There's many places to do that along the coast. Excuse me, but I just, rather pay the price. You can pick out your live crab and have them boil it and steam it and crack it for you, and you enjoy that wonderful, wonderful mushroom. Also, in our neighboring state, Washington, if you like oysters, oh my God, you need to go to the Olympic Peninsula, and you'll find oh my God, the best oysters ever. So anyways, I thought, like I said, I was going to touch a little bit on that. I think that's probably all I'm going to do tonight. Just make a real quick video. And start another video very, very, very shortly. But I just wanted to bring up some of those points that I forgot about, and that makes Oregon, Oregon. And hope you enjoyed this small video. Again, as far as foodies go, oh my God, you're remiss if you're not here in Oregon. I know other places have farmers markets and such, but the variety of just that I talked about is always at a farmer's market. And I mean, from the cheeses, from local, we have a lot of cheeses, not only made from cow's milk, but lots of goat cheese, different kinds, and sheep. So, and it's just a gas. I love going to the farmer's market. I mean, there's fresh local honey, which I enjoy. And then here, this too, I know one of these days I'm going to go ahead and talk about my life in Vegas, which I said, I lived there for like 23 years. So yeah, I think I know Vegas. I saw it grow from this little bit to what it is now, which is out of control. And that's why I left. One of the reasons why I left is just the building was out of control. But there's nothing like, just going into work and people have chickens and say, would you like some eggs? And there is nothing like fresh eggs. If you've ever had the cage-free that you have to buy in the market, the fresh ones are even better than that. So, yeah, it's not. I don't remember anyone having chickens in Vegas. I know other places have chickens. I know, and you're actually legally you can have even in town. I forget how many chickens you can have, but roosters, no. No one wants to wake up to in the early morning. But chickens you can have even in town. I forget, like I said, how many. Maybe in town, maybe 3 or 4. But then, of course, you live out in the country, and the chickens are just running free. They're not in little tiny cages, and the eggs are tremendous if you haven't had fresh eggs. And that's one thing I really, really like. Okay, now I think I'm done. Anyways, yeah, not too much comedy, but I just wanted to touch on a couple of things I neglected to touch on before, or that I found out now. That was very interesting, like I said. But anyways, subscribe if you'd like, and we'll try some comedy on my next video. And have a great, great, great week. Bye.